Hey, how are y'all doing tonight? I am doing fine if you are wondering, okay? I don't have any music playing right now because this is a sensitive topic. I saw the video earlier to this. Oh, before I get started, welcome to the Tsunami Show. I am your host, King Neptune. If you are watching on YouTube, a like and a subscribe will help a lot. A subscription, my bad. um I watched that last video that I did. I did not like it. My internet was messing up. My videos weren't coming out clear. And I didn't notice how often I say and and little stuff like that. And I be hating when YouTubers say those words back to back to back to back. And I was watching the playback and people was like clicking off every time I said the word. I'm like, damn. And somebody had liked my video, right? And I think whenever I said something about Nikki or something like that, I guess there was a Cardi fan. I don't know, whatever. They took the like back, bitch. I'm like, damn, okay, well, fuck you too, bitch. But anyways, I don't want to get too unprofessional, even though I already done carried. Oh, and if you're on Twitter watching also, I do have it streaming on Twitter. I only have like 45, 48 followers now. My followers did grow a little bit. To be honest, between me, I think that half of them is bots because they don't seem like they're real people. But I ain't buying any followers, y'all. Just so y'all know, I was thinking about buying Twitter Blue, just like Cardi B, because I wanted me to have a little badge and look a little bit more official. And plus, I wanted to be able to edit my tweets and stuff. So I don't know. I'm giving Twitter Blue the side eye so y'all can keep them little Twitter Blue jokes, calm them down or whatever. Um, okay, I said my opening and stuff like that. I normally go live on the weekends, right? Something told me to go live today. Today is Thursday. I went through all day thinking that today was like Friday, but it wasn't. It just felt like a Friday to me. Like half of my students, like three of them, they didn't go to school today and stuff like that. And so I don't know. I'm like, and usually when they don't go to school, it usually be like at the end of the week. But anyways, I need to quit saying anyways. Um, RIP to Miss Devonna Walker. I wanted to shed some light on her situation because I don't see any other YouTubers talking about this. This reminds me of like when the what was her damn name? Shanquilla Robinson, may she rest in peace, situation. This ain't the same, but it's another situation that needs to have light shed on just as much as that situation happened. I ain't discrediting anybody or anything like that. So those who don't know, and I'm gonna tell you from off the top of my dome what I remember happening, okay? So, um, okay, my friend sent me a video, right? And I'm thinking this happened yesterday, but I'm reading on this article that this happened on the 2nd of January. But either way, I don't see nobody talking about it. So I'm definitely going to shed some light on it. I'm not going to make this live too long. Basically, I watched the video and I don't know who was recording this. I don't know if this is from off of a Ring doorbell, but it was conveniently pointing at these white folks' apartment. And it was facing their apartment, it's facing down. I want to show some of the video, but the only video I found on Twitter, it was like showing the part where it was already blood on the ground and all the other stuff. I didn't want to show all that. I said, I'm going to talk about this on YouTube, but I'm going to show like the beginning of how it started. So in case I don't get a chance to show exactly what happened, I'm going to just tell you from off the top of my dome because I do remember basically what happened and I read the comments to get more information and stuff like that. So this camera was panning in front of these white folks' house. It was a white lady. She had this white German Shepherd. No, it was one of them white, German Shepherd. It was like an all-white German Shepherd. And it's crazy because my neighbor has an all-white German Shepherd. And I don't know. I know it's stupid to say a dog is racist, but I just get racist vibes off of that dog because, like, it's white folks that move next door and don't know white people really live over here. And he give me like that vibe, like, oh, he keep it cute with non-whites and stuff like that. And he just, might say hey and keep it pushing. And then plus a German Shepherd is kind of like a police dog. And I don't know. I don't trust those dogs. I don't know. They say they smart, but I never thought those dogs were cute. His dog is cute, but I just get police vibes off it. I don't know. I have no idea. But so this white lady was had her dog on the yard of the apartment or whatever, and um I guess letting her out. This black girl comes up from the side on the right side of the camera. Next thing you know, I hear like the white lady saying, "Oh, he doesn't bite. Oh, he doesn't bite." I'm like, okay, how is this video finna go? Because she didn't tell me what happened until after I started watching the video. And what message did she send me? She basically said, she sent me the video. She was like, she got ended. I'm gonna say it the right way, even though I done said enough stuff on here, by white people, and a lot of white people on the post laughing. We talk about me and her. We be talking about a lot of stuff that happens on these posts, and if it's like, okay, remember when the AI fad came out? It's still kind of going on, but it kind of died out. It was like at the end of December or beginning of December. Everybody was making these AI created photos, and the gay boys, all the gay boys, that's my friend on Facebook and stuff, my personal Facebook, they were wearing that app out. And my homegirl called me, told me something she wanted to do it too. And I'm like, girl, y'all are oversaturating this on my timeline. They're not even that great. They've been had these types of apps out for years. Why are y'all acting like y'all just now found out about these AI apps? And then she found out that she had to pay $5, and then she said, "Hell no, we won't go." Okay, but I don't even know how I got onto that. Oh, well, I think I seen posts like that where people were making like Harry Potter, black Harry Potter characters, and black this. They were changing stuff to black versions just to see what it would look like. And I liked it, the photos. They were nice. And it was a lot of white people laughing at that. Whenever somebody black passed away or got murdered or whatever, it was a whole bunch of white people laughing at that and stuff like that. And I know I'm getting sidetracked, but I felt like saying this stuff. And then like I started seeing black people and white people laughing at this, and I'm like, wow, why is black people laughing at this also? That is so weird to me. So it was this one dude named Jose. He was laughing under the post, and I clicked his page and I seen he had shared it to his page, and he was like, "Oh, one day y'all gonna learn about running up on people's property. Got to start holding people accountable for their decisions." I was like, "Well, is it necessary to laugh at all the comments though?" He's like, "Oh, I only laughed at one comment, homie." I was like, "What a loser." And he was like, "I'm a loser, but you took the time to comment and go through the likes." First of all, bitch, whenever I looked at the likes, it was one comment, and it was like four, it shows how many people liked it or whatever like that. And it was four. So, and I seen one laughing emoji, and I seen like when I clicked on it, so that two or three out of the people had laughed at it. I'm like, well, really? This wasn't really that funny. Like, y'all, who takes the time out to laugh at stuff like that? That's so weird to me. I don't be going on the white people page and laughing at their stuff, or like, that's just so weird. You acting like the white folks. But anyways, I was like, "You still a loser, weirdo." And then he's like, "You sensitive, straight female." And then some other dude, I can't stand whenever, like, even though I did come onto his post, right? And I'm not even friends with him on Facebook. So I was kind of out of line too, but I just felt like calling him out. Like, why was you laughing at the situation? That's not funny. Like, get out of here. I don't care if she ran up. I'm skipping a whole segment, but I basically roasted them because this other dude, his friend, come up here to my son, "Oh, you look like you eat paper." I'm like, what? Like, see, like he he replied back. Hold on, let me read this. If y'all come on here, please like the video. Hold on. Okay, this dude about to piss me off. Okay, let me finish telling you what happened with him. Okay, he was like, so this his friend came. He tagged me. He like, you look like you chew paper, gang. Don't do that. And the other guy laughed at him. I'm like, okay, I definitely don't look like I chew paper. There's nothing wrong with how I look, and I think you know that I look better than you. Actually, I don't know why he thought about saying that. So then he say, you don't care about your meat. You don't care, but you meat watching under his post. Make it make sense. I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You literally look like a skinny Mr. Plunks dating Shamu because his girlfriend look hits. She a black woman, but that bitch is big and then she ain't got no ass. So you want to get disrespectful, we get disrespectful. I don't care about going to Facebook jail. I don't care. And then I posted the Patrick sucking up a cucumber, the eggplant meme, and I posted on it, you know what he just said, pretty much. You know, I've been learning a lot from Twitter, y'all. And then I commented back to him after I roasted his friend, and I was like, I'm not sensitive at all, just calling you out on BS bullshit. That man stabbed that girl when two girls was fighting. How is that cool? I don't care if she ran up, but let a black man get shot up, then y'all want sympathy. And then he's like, nah, that's the timing. That's the thing. You trying to justify the situation because of white man. I'm calling you out on bullshit. I don't know where you from, but never run up on somebody's property and try to fight. In Florida, that's called stand your ground. But you're not looking at details. The white man wife literally said she just pressed charges on a black girl not too long ago. And why go to their property? Grow up, bro. You got to start taking accountability for your people. I was like, it's an apartment complex. They're neighbors, and she was just passing by. She and her fam, somebody that she was with, I don't know, so I just said fam, was calm the whole time while being called an N word and being yelled at. I get it. She was wrong on her part, but two things can be true. Ain't no way you see your girl fighting another chick, you about to just end her. He needs to be locked the F up point blank. The girl didn't have no weapons on her. Okay. I'm so sorry. If you still watching, I'm so sorry. I'm going in and I'm basically spoiling it. And if her family or whatever sees this, they probably gonna think I was disrespectful as fuck. Which really, I've been trying to be nice, and I'm not disrespectful at all. So she walks up to the girl. She the white lady. She like, oh he doesn't bite. The dog just ready to jump up on everything. This is why I don't like my neighbor's dog either. Those dogs, they're just super hyper and they bark at anything. A branch falls from the tree, they're barking at it. Like, and then they like I don't like them. I don't like them. Um, so then the husband was the most disrespectful, but the wife or the white lady, whoever she is, she was disrespectful too, calling her stupid bees, and she kept denying that she said the N word or whatever. But the white man, he said N word, like 3, 4 times. I wish I could find that video. We're gonna try to look at it later if my internet acts right. Now it might look blurry on y'all's end because I'm using Wi-Fi. I don't have this plugged up. When I move, I'm gonna get Wi-Fi and I'm gonna have that bitch plugged straight up into this goddamn laptop bitch. So, like, hopefully whoever stayed down whenever the struggle was going, you know, hey, I salute. But anyways, um, so I couldn't hear what the girl was saying back to the white lady. I just know they eventually it got heated. The argument got toned up, and then after like 10 minutes of them going back and forth, people was walking up. They were in a black neighborhood because all these neighbors I was coming out was black. And then here these white folks is talking about some nigger, this and this, that, and other, and hopping out and this, that, the third. Next thing you know, I know the girl in the red shirt, which is Devonna Walker. She ran up on the white lady who was by her door. The husband kept doing many different times, even after the girl got stabbed. Telling his wife to come in the house. And basically the girl ran up. Next thing you know, she was trying to walk off or run away or something like that. And next thing you know, she just dropped down to the ground. Thud. Like, damn. Like, I'm like, what in the hell happened? Because I didn't hear a gunshot. And I noticed that they kept letting that dog get loose in the video. And I'm like, you could look up the video on Facebook. You could look up the video on Twitter, by the way. I don't know if I'm going to play that video here because it has a blood in it. And it probably ain't going to play clear on this thing any damn way. So I might come play it. Girl, I will never get copyrighted with this damn internet that I got, because that should be looking all pixely whenever I look back at that shit. When I first started doing this, it didn't do that, but it has its days where it works and has its days where it don't. I'm gonna try to wrap this up. Um, the dog kept on sniffing the girl after she fell to the ground. They put the dog up, but the dog just kept on getting loose. I'm like, damn, is the dog act like he a nurse or some shit like that? Like, damn, he just more involved than the people. I'm like, damn, lock that dog the fuck up. Y'all don't have cages for the dog, or y'all can't close the door, put him in a room and close the door. But dogs aren't all the way that dumb like people think. Especially, I think that was German Shepherd. Those are smart ass dogs, and they can smell when something's wrong with people. They can smell blood. They can smell when you sick, all that kind of shit. So I think that the dog was able to tell that she was gone and stuff. Next thing you know, girl, that the white lady was arguing. Some black dude, sounded like a black dude, a brother or whatever, and he was like, "I got something for your white ass," something like that. She was all hype. Well, bitch, da 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 da. What also threw me off was the white lady. She was all up in the girl face as she was on the ground, calling her a stupid fucking drunk bee, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, damn, you don't even know that this girl dead, and you up here still insulting her and all this, that, and the third. And then I didn't know that a white man had stabbed her. I thought she got shot from a different direction or something. I didn't know what happened. It could have been that what's that football player that just fainted out of nowhere? I thought it could have been some shit like that. So I don't know. But all I know is somebody got to go to fucking jail, period, because she lost a life. I don't give a damn. If you see how the apartment complex was, it was like the projects. Like, not saying it was a bad living area. It looked like a nice apartment area, but it seems enclosed. It's not like the apartments out here in North Carolina. It's like people must park down the street or something, and then everybody, it's like a campus. I can't explain it. Yeah, that's the best way to explain it. It's like a campus, and if you've seen the video, you'll see it. And it's like one apartment building over here, the other apartment over here, and then it's a sidewalk in the middle. And I guess the apartment is all the way down there, and people walk up the sidewalk and they find the apartment and they go in like that. I didn't know they made apartments like that, but I'm not shocked. It looked like it used to be a school campus for kids. I need to quit seeing what else happened? Next thing you know, the ambulance came. All you seen was red and white lights and red and blue lights and stuff. And then you seen flashlights. And then the cops, they were pressing down on her. They didn't breathe into her mouth. I noticed. I'm like, well, damn, when you give somebody CPR, ain't you supposed to breathe in their mouth and puff and then do that or something? Like, do both or something? It's like they barely tried to really resuscitate her. They gave her like 2 minutes, and then I guess they carried her out on the stretcher. Now her peoples, they was trying to like the neighbors and stuff, they kept on trying to pull her up and move her, tell her to get up. And her body just looked lifeless. Like right then and there, I knew she was gone. Like her head, it gave way. Like you can tell. You could just tell. And this woman leaves behind 3 kids. One of them looks like he's about to be in high school. And then there's like the middle child that looks like they're about 6 years old or something. I have a picture of them on the GoFundMe. Let me try to share that. And then there's a newborn baby. Yes. And the newborn baby looks like they were just born yesterday. I'm like, goodness, this is not right. I'm gonna post the GoFundMe is in the link, the description. Damn, the link is in the description. My bad. I said the GoFundMe is the link. And let me take this all the way off so y'all can see the whole thing. It says 3 children left without a mother. I should have started off by reading this because I'm horrible at freestyling these stories. This is the oldest son right here on the right. I mean, on the left. This is her on the right. This is like, I don't know if that's the little girl right there. And then there you see is a newborn baby. You look like it's about a few months old, not even a year old. The goal of her GoFundMe is $100,000. I almost said, well, damn, does it really need to be that high? But at the same time, this isn't for the funeral, hun. This is for her kids, because we got to figure out where those kids is going to go. I think the family is taking over with the kids. And then she only raised $2,524, 58 donations. If I still was doing my truck driving, I would definitely assign her a good old rack, something a good stack, okay? And we would have just been fine with that. I'm gonna read this story. I recommend y'all going to go see the video for yourselves. Before I go in on it, basically she ran up to the girl. She was on the sidewalk already talking to them. The girl was already disrespectful. They were calm. The I guess they had an altercation before. I thought it was like her daughter or somebody had an altercation with her and they pressed charges on her or something like that. I don't know. The girl seemed really calm, like she was trying to talk it out and stuff like that. And next thing you know, the white lady just started going off and off and off. But if this is the girl that you pressed charges on before, she seemed really calm at the beginning of the video too, the white lady. And she was like, well, he doesn't bite, so I'm thinking, we about to head off to a good start. No, that shit took a hard 90-degree left. Like, bitch, it went left and right, everything but right, hun. And next thing you know, they were squabbling. She had the white girl on because that white girl was talking big tough shit, like she just hard. Some white people, they be talking so hard but you gotta watch out for those types. Black people, when you get these white folks and they start acting like real rowdy and stuff like that, please be aware that they might have a gun, and I hope your ass is strapped too, because I had a similar situation happen earlier today, and I know it's taking everything. I'm doing everything but wrapping this up and doing everything but reading this GoFundMe. But I'm just gonna tell you the short story that happened this morning. Matter of fact, can I plug up my laptop real quick? I think this has a horrible battery. It does not last that long. Hold on. Basically, this happened earlier at work today. Now I have a ghetto pass, meaning like I'll drag a motherfucker out the car. I bust their windows out. I'm not here for the games. It is what it is. It's up and it's stuck, as they say. So I'm doing this shuttle bus ride job right now until I get my CDOs back and start back truck driving again. Because that money was good, hon. I have to go back and get that. But anyways, so I have my last two students. Mind you, I had students on the vehicle. Now I'm not trying to make this post about me, but this is a live, so this is free game. Please, I hope nobody don't be mad at me for continuing going on. And this is a perfect example because it's happened today. Like, I swear to God, today. I had like my last two students. Now they're cognitive impaired. I'm not going to say any offensive words because I don't like saying slow or or the R word or nothing. I say cognitive impaired or they have learning disabilities or something like that. So I don't think they even knew what the hell was going on or cared. But I turned onto this street, onto this neighborhood. It was this raggedy ass Honda, like a 95 Honda Civic or Accord. You know how these white boys or these Mexicans, really the Mexicans don't do that. They take care of their Hondas. They love Hondas, but they take care of them. I had a Honda Civic 2 cars ago. I miss my baby. I sold it to my mechanic and I see it every time I go over there and I miss it and I want it back, but he ain't gonna let me have it back pretty much because that was a good car. I let it go because I don't think I had enough money to go ahead and fix it. I think instead when I got a check, I went on ahead and got me another car. I turned onto the street. I had enough distance to speed up a little bit and then make my turn before that car caught up. They were far, way far. They were like 4 houses down, 5 houses down. But they were flying, okay? They were flying. So they caught up. Of course, they caught up fast. They were riding on my ass. Even after I turned, when I turned, they were going to keep on going straight. I took a left, but I seen them in my rearview mirror. I observed everything. And they had turned around. So I'm like, okay, well, what's good? I should have kept going, right? But I stopped at this speed bump. There were people outside and everything. So I'm not worried about, I'm not thinking of anything. This scrawny little white dude, that you could tell he's trying to be black, but he don't know how to do it. And he in his raggedy ass, loud ass lawnmower Honda. He come up, oh, you think that shit's cool? Cutting somebody off at the very last minute. Da, 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 da. He just kept on going on. I'm just looking at him like, child, go on somewhere with that bullshit, child. And like I'm just looking at him like with this glazed look, like, okay, so you followed me for what? Because you following me, you don't know. And then I'm in a work van, like a shuttle bus. So it's like I'm the only young person that works for this company. Normally, old folks work for this company, to do something to get out of the house. And I'm the only one that's in my 20s that works for this company, period. And there's other shuttle bus companies in the city. There's nobody my age at those companies either. I'm literally like the youngest person doing this job in this whole city. So like you thought you had somebody that wasn't gonna stop for you or that was gonna call the cops, somebody that you could just cuss out real quick and go on about your business. And I know he could see I'm black from the mirror. That's also one thing, something to know. So I'm just here like, okay, so you followed me for what? Like, what you trying to do? Like, what's up? Like, and he just kept on going on and on and on and on, calling me all types of bitches, hoes, and pussies and stuff. He ain't called me no N word, thank God. He ain't called me no F word, thank God, because that's just grounds for me to go ahead and swing. That's like something. That's like a contract I signed when I was a kid. Anybody that call me that, any of those things, bitches going down, win, lose, draw, whatever. So I'm like, well, you're not getting out of the car, so like, how mad are you? Like, like you followed me over here. I got students with me, and first off, I was like, I got students with me, and you were flying down the road. This is a neighborhood. There's kids getting off of school and stuff like that. You shouldn't be going that fast. He still kept on going on, talking mad shit. I could have talked shit about his car. I didn't even do that. I could have talked shit about. I didn't do none of that. I'm just sitting here trying to understand what he's saying. He seemed like he was so mad. I guess you must have been if you had to turn around and follow me blocks down the road, and then words wasn't even coming out of his mouth. It's like he was tripping over his words. He was biting his lip, biting his tongue, and in the middle of his sentences, and like spitting everywhere or whatever like that. And I'm like, okay, well, you ain't getting out of the car. He's like, you ain't getting out of the car, motherfucker. So I popped my door open, bitch, just to see what the fuck going, like, to test his gangster. And then he popped his door open, but you could tell he wasn't getting out, and I didn't get out because I still got children with me, and we in this white neighborhood. Hell no, it ain't white neighborhood. It's a lot of black people that stay out. It's blended neighborhoods, but you could tell the black people that stayed there, they mom either a lawyer, a doctor, whatever. They got some bread coming in, and so I'm glad I did not take notes. I'm glad I did not get out of the car. I mean, the van or whatever, because this motherfucker had a gun, but he had one of them old women guns, like them tiny little pistols that be pink and blue and purple, the ones that be colored, but his was all black. It was the same size, them tiny, them guns that look like they stun guns. Now I don't know the numbers and the letters and all that other stuff, the 22s and the PTs and all that bullshit that people be saying. I don't know shit about guns. I don't know the name. I don't play Call of Duty. I don't know none of that shit. I don't give a fuck neither. But it was like a tiny little gun, like a stun gun, honestly. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, you lucky I got my students with me. He's like, yeah, that's right, pussy. And he put his gun on the dashboard. And that's when I was like, oh, this nigga had a gun the whole time. So I'm like, okay, well, you had a gun the whole entire time. So who's the real pussy? Then he stopped for like 3 seconds because he couldn't think of nothing to say. And I was like, okay, what the fuck ever. And I flicked him off and drove the fuck off. And then I'm still looking at him in the rearview mirror. He still tried to follow me for a while. And I'm looking at him from the behind me, and he tried to pull out his phone and like video record me. So I pulled out my phone too, and I waved it in the air like, bitch, I don't give a fuck if you record, bitch, what? The only thing you're going to see is a van that's driving perfectly fine. What are you going to tell on the internet for me for? Like, what are you doing? So eventually the nigga turned around, the cracker, who, whatever you want to call him, the hunky, he turned around and he had left and stuff. So, that's something that happened to me earlier. But the only reason why I bring this up is that if I would have fought him before I even got the first hit, he probably would have shot me. Damn, I can't say shot on YouTube. I don't give a fuck. I'm not getting monetized anyways. And y'all damn sure ain't donating. But y'all can donate to this GoFundMe. Like I said, the link is in the description. It's just crazy how you hear these stories and then you just know. Like now I know because I've had it almost happen. And I've seen some stories like this on YouTube where white people try to bait black people to do stuff, or somebody tried to bait them into reacting. Next thing you know, they got shot. Just like the little boy who got shot because this white man said that he was breaking into cars or some quick lie he made up. I don't know. I should have covered that, but I'm covering this because nobody's talking about this. Some people were talking about that story, and this is the middle of the week. I should not be on here, but I am to tell y'all. And I just can't think about it how I would have been on a t-shirt and I would have been in the news. I would have been on Facebook or whatever, and people probably wouldn't even have talked about my story. I have cognitive impaired students in the back seat, and they don't use social media. They don't even know what the hell's going on. They don't even know my name, and they don't have a video recording me. I should have recorded his ass then, and because I could have went very left. He could have shot me and said that I tried to attack him, and nobody would have taken my. I would have been dead, not able to defend myself. Nobody was with me to vouch for me, and that could have went left. Like, I'm just thinking of all the ways that could have went. um Let me read this GoFundMe, child, and get on up out of here. It says 3 children left without a mother. um it says Monica Pettis is organizing this fundraiser. I could try to go to my phone, but I don't have a Facebook for this page yet, and I'm not about to have my identity leaked just yet. Okay. But it says on January the 2nd, 2023, a mother, daughter, sister, aunt, cousin, friend's life was taken to a racist and senseless act. Devonna Walker was at her home in Cedar Rapids with friends outside her apartment when her neighbors started to argue with her. Okay, now she did walk up, and then they started arguing or whatever. This was not the first encounter that she had with this couple. Previously, the couple had called out racial slurs and wished death upon her. I feel like they're not telling the whole story all the way. That's just the sense I get. But that couple was definitely disrespectful. So then again, you can't put shit past their ass. On this particular night during the argument, a fight broke out between Devonna and the other female. During the fight, the male came out of the apartment and stabbed Devonna at least 2 times. It was at this time a life was lost. The Cedar Rapids Police Department has not filed any charges with either female or male involved, which is bullshit. Because that male, I seen in the video that they handcuffed the lady, and I guess it was bringing her in for questioning or whatnot. But they definitely should have arrested that white man because he's the one who stabbed her. I don't know if we could say stabbed. I gotta just stop giving a fuck about what I can say and what can I not say because I'm not, verified yet. Um, where'd I left off at? Where am I at? Damn. Devonna has 3 children, now left without a parent. I guess she was a single mom. The family has stepped in to help out at this time. However, we know it takes a village to raise children. The children should not have to suffer due to any cost due to the Census Act. Y'all forgive me, I'm dyslexic. If you feel compelled to make any type of monetary donation, it will go help the kids with their needs moving forward. If you would like to help in other ways, we have an Amazon account set up, and then they posted this link right here, and then they show on like the kids' sizes. I guess you can donate clothes to them and stuff. Thank you for all the players. I said players. Thank you for all the prayers and blessings that have came. We appreciate each and every one of you, Devonna Walker's family. Okay, my family and I send our deep condolences, prayers to the family. So sorry for your loss. Okay, now we are going to get on Twitter and see what they talking about before I close out. Okay, this is so unprofessional of me because I'm up here talking and skipping over words. I'm dyslexic a little bit. Sometimes I might say, um, and there's a news report. Okay. So we finna see what they gotta say. Okay. I should have played this first. This is longer than it had to be. Waiting for something to happen in the case. Let's see if y'all can hear this. We've known since last Tuesday that 2 people were dating. Come on, damn. Stabbed at Cambridge Townhomes 9 days ago. Iowa's News Now talked to Walker's mom on Sunday night as she keeps waiting for something to happen in the case. We've known since last Tuesday that 2 people were detained but were eventually released without being charged. Tonight, we're finally seeing what happened last Monday. Iowa's News Now anchor Mitch Vick is here with that video breakdown that he got this morning. They never tell the whole thing.
It's a cell phone video of a cell phone video, but it shows the scene. Now, this probably goes without saying. This is intense footage. There is violence. There's cussing. There are racial slurs used, including one towards Walker just before the stabbing. So that right there is your warning. As we now get our first look at what led up to the stabbing itself. and what happened from there last Monday. Video from Cambridge townhomes on January 2nd shows Devonna
Girls,
Walker,
turn your phone
right,
off.
red shirt and white cap, arguing with a neighbor about an alleged attack at some point. You also hear a man join in the argument after asking the woman in the black sweatshirt to walk away.
That's her right
The
there.
argument keeps going for another 90 seconds.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I wasted your time and you were watching that, you could look for that on Twitter. It's okay. The reason why I turned that video off is because I'm using Wi-Fi and it already plays back very blurry whenever I try to play certain videos. It look all pixelated and stuff. And then this already looks pixelated for me watching it from my computer screen. It looks all blurry because the person that recorded it looks like they recorded it off their TV, so you ain't able to really see, what you need to see. I'm gonna try to open this link up right here, cause we ain't finna do that. I want y'all to get it real in 4K or whatever they say. I want you to get it right. Okay, this is the page that just opened up when I clicked on it. It says family of friends call for CRPD to make an arrest in stabbing death of Devonna Walker. Yeah, somebody needs to pay. What you mean? Now it wants to skip. This is why. This is so damn embarrassing. Wow. This is crazy. Let me let this video load up real quick, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go back to Twitter and read some more comments, okay? Let me see what people are talking about. Everyone, please share. I was not about to share that clip. Let me see. I found the exact clip. Let me hold on a second. I'm gonna open up a different just until this video loads, okay? Because I'm not about to play this. No, I'm gonna let that video load and we gonna get into it, okay? I'm gonna let this one play. Looks like this is the one from the TV. Oh, I don't want to play that. Let's see what they're talking about. Why isn't anybody talking about Devonna Walker incident in Cedar Rapids and how they released the people who that stabbed her, who may also called her? And baby, they didn't. Who may? They did. And this is the real video.
Iowa's News Now talked to Walker's mom on
There
Sunday
we go.
night.
There we go,
She
baby.
keeps waiting for something to happen in the case.
It's the real film.
We've known since last Tuesday that 2 people were detained but were eventually released without being charged. Tonight, we're finally seeing what happened last Monday. Iowa's News Now anchor Mitch Fick is here with that video breakdown that he got this morning.
And Nada, this is cell phone video of a cell phone video, but it shows the scene. Now, this probably goes without saying. This is intense footage. There is violence. There's cussing. There are racial slurs used, including one towards Walker just before the stabbing. So that right there is your warning as we now get our first look at what led up to the stabbing itself, and what happened from there last Monday night. Video from Cambridge townhomes on January 2nd shows Devonna Walker, off to the right in the red shirt and white cap, arguing with a neighbor about an alleged attack at some point. You also hear a man join in the argument after asking the woman in the black sweatshirt to walk away.
You could clearly hear her.
The argument keeps going for another 90 seconds or so. It gets more heated, more personal, until that man shouts a racial slur at Walker. As the woman in the black sweatshirt turns and starts to walk back towards the door, Walker re-enters the frame and charges her, pushes her to the ground in front of the door. The man in the doorway then appears to stab Walker with something. She stumbles away as that dog runs around her, and then she collapses in the grass. From there, it is more than 8 minutes until police and first responders arrive and CPR and first aid are started. During that wait, the woman in the black sweatshirt accuses Walker, who never moves, of faking her injuries.
Oh, she's playing stupid. She's playing stupid. Leave her alone. She acted like a dog attacked her.
About 2.5 minutes later, this group realizes what really happened.
Oh my God.
We see the first officer show up about 6.5 minutes after Walker collapses. 2 minutes after that, law enforcement starts CPR. 30 seconds after that, the woman in the black sweatshirt is detained, cuffed, and led away. About a minute 45 after that,
Of course she
Walker.
was. Of course she was detained and led away. And I do remember something in the video now that I'm seeing that. Um, what happened also is the white lady tried to make it seem like, oh, that was my blood. That was my blood. She jumped on me, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay, whatever, girl. This says Devonna Walker, say her name. I'm gonna try not to. This says Wednesday 11th. Oh, this is the day that shit being moved. Okay, that they decided to protest in front of the Cedar Rapids Police Department. It says on January the 2nd, Devonna Walker, 29, was stabbed to death at Cambridge townhomes. There were eyewitnesses and video showing that Devonna was stabbed by a man, yet that man was not arrested or charged with any crime. Furthermore, witnesses have stated that the man called Devonna racial slurs before stabbing her. The community demands that Devonna Walker receives justice, answers, and accountability in the following: the ME's murder. I mean, damn. The ME's findings being released and her body returned to her mother. The murderer be arrested, charged with Devonna's murder. The Cedar Rapids officials and agencies show that Black lives do matter by offering Black people the same protection and treatment as white people. Yes. Because if this was the other way around, they still be ready to, even whenever they do this stand your ground law, which is why I can't stand when Black people try to be a pick me and stuff. You doing all this stand your ground, all this talking and shit on Facebook. But if it was the other way around, I promise you it would have went a whole different way. You would be locked the fuck up. I guess this is pictures of her. Her son looked just like her. Devonna Walker is loved by many. Leaves behind three children of 14 and 7. Wow, I had those ages right on the nail. I said 14-year-old. I was 14 when I first started high school. I think 13. 7-year-old. I said a 7-year-old. And then look, a 2-month old. I was right. A racist took her from them, and the police are protecting him. We should be all sharing her story. We should all be holding the state of Iowa accountable. I don't know where the fuck Iowa is. I don't give a fuck about Iowa. That's not no state where I don't know. I just never heard of Iowa. I ain't dissing the state. I'm just saying, like, it ain't that I didn't know it was a state. It's just like you never hear nothing from Iowa. And look at me, on under 50 followers, and under on both Twitter and YouTube, and here I am trying to shed light on this situation because this is out of pocket. This is her. She was a beautiful young woman. This is her again. She rocking them locks. Look at her sons. Look just like her. This is a shame. It's her again. This look like it's long ago. I don't see the post stop right there. This isn't even that long. Not that many people are even talking about it. Oh, this is the thread, bitch. Maybe I am sensitive. I am a Pisces. So, a woman gets stabbed by a man because she ran up to their front door and started attacking him and his wife. But you want justice for the woman who got stabbed? Oh, shut the fuck up. Nah, he called her a slur, so it makes his racist in their favor. Okay, he's trying to be funny too. Y'all eat these people up on Twitter because these people are so fucking dumb. Like, yeah, she was wrong for that, right? But it's an apartment complex, so you don't really have no yard. That's another thing, right? You don't have no real yard at an apartment. Let's be all the way real. Let's not be fucking stupid, okay? And then on top of that, they were already calling her racial slurs. She ran up on the girl. Okay, like whatever happened to letting? Okay, y'all should have called the cops right then and there. Just call the cops, press more charges, like you said. He did not need to intervene and stab her. If anything, he could have broke it up. He could have recorded and then called the cops or something. It's a million things that he could have done without stabbing her. And the fact that he just gets to walk free, that does kind of feel like it just pisses me off. They said racism is alive and running strong. They murdered that woman, SMH. They did definitely call that woman the N-bomb. Okay, now I'm gonna close out this and I'm gonna open up the other screen and see if this video plays. If it doesn't play, look, I did my part. I gotta take my ass to bed. and get up early as fuck in the morning again. Y'all know I don't get go live on the weekdays. Whoever does watch me, my OGs. Let's play this. It did not load all the way. Let's just play what we got, huh? Like,
We begin tonight with the calls for an arrest in the stabbing death of Devonna Walker last week. In a moment, we will show you news footage of Walker's death, but first, friends and family are making their voices heard. Tonight, those who knew Devonna Walker took to the streets outside CRPD headquarters. Organizers tell us they feel investigators are not treating this homicide the same as cases with a white victim.
mm-hmm.
It's not up to the police department to create a defense for her killer. And having given that there is testimonies from witnesses, eyewitnesses, there's video footage of the killing, there's absolutely no excuse for an arrest not having been made at this point. The Black community, the brown community, mostly the Black community, does not feel protected by the police.
Okay, it stopped playing,
They
but we
don't feel like they are given the same due diligence.
okay. My fucked up ass internet. We gonna pause it right there. Look, it's on Iowa News Now. It's on Twitter. Look it up. Do your part. If you really care about this situation as much as I do, I'm going to close out. I might play the game for a minute and I might take my ass to bed. I should just go straight to bed because I've been oversleeping and stuff. But anyways, justice for Devonna Walker. Um, I send all my condolences and positive vibes to her family and healing to her children. I can't imagine like with kids and them having the access that they have to internet, they are definitely going to see that video eventually. Somebody close to her has and will see that video. They probably seen it happen. Who knows? And regardless of if she was wrong or right, she definitely did not deserve to lose her life. I don't care what anybody has to say. You could go be a pick me somewhere else. I would hate for that to be one of my first few comments up on this channel. Um and yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. You can subscribe. I'm not asking for any donations because I want all the donations to go to Devonna Walker's family. And may she rest in peace. Goodbye, y'all. Good night.